That's a crazy line.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Me neither.
Oh, he's left out.
No. Oh, no.
Thank you to Liquid IV for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Hello there, fellow rejects. We are here to watch Interview with the Vampire episode 4 today.
Yep.
I want to thank you guys so much who have been so kind to us. And I don't think people have ever been kinder to Greg and Roxy all the years here.
I'm obsessed with you guys.
So thank
I
you.
want to suck your blood.
Suck our blood. The more of you guys who would leave likes and comments, that would be very much appreciated because it'd be nice if they got a little bit more traction.
Drip
So
your blood all
help
over
us.
our page.
I don't want to do the action because YouTube's going to be like, are you encouraging yourself?
No, I just meant like, comment, subscribe.
How are you feeling?
Really excited. I live for these reactions. I'm loving this show. I think that, they had told me there wasn't going to be a lot of Zegs and then all of the Zenduality, and now I'm back in, and I was never out, and I just love covering this with you, and I love vampires, and I love rejects, and I love you guys, so I'm happy.
Hell
How
yeah.
are you, Greg?
I'm doing good. I'm present now, so let's ride the present wave and be present.
Very good, Greg.
Let's do this.
Huh.
Here we go. The Ruthless Pursuit of Blood, with all the child's demanding.
It's a very lengthy title.
Can't fit that all in the title.
I wonder how they're picking the title. Do you think they're chapter titles?
Dubai.
Sounds like it.
I can't tell you that. Can't tell you that either. Yeah. Look, it's not an article.
opening to
It's
Lion
a
King.
book.
In the circle.
Whoa,
We
what
can
a
do a chapter in
fascinating
Vanity Fair,
opacity.
but I know it's been 10 years. I haven't forgotten what a book is. This is a book. All right, look, I gotta call you back. I'll call you back.
Good morning.
Rick Bogosian. We don't know much about him. I wonder if we ever know.
Mr. de Pointe du Lac has arranged a physician to administer it here tomorrow.
Well, I'll take care of it on
Your
my own.
doctor in New York was consulted and has given consent.
I wonder if he will choose immortality.
Mr. de Pointe du Lac will be resting today. Would you follow me to the reading room?
To be rich enough to have a reading room.
I call it the bathroom.
Quite the house plant.
The interior designer hired was a sentimentalist. Some notion of hers he was missing the natural world.
I liked that joke.
You are getting access to very precious items from the archives. An alternative perspective on the years of your interest.
Alternative perspective.
Wear these when handling the materials.
We talked about him not being a reliable narrative.
We suggest you begin on the left.
Do you think he's going to begin on the left?
Let's hope so. Does this guy sleep at all?
Claudia, 1917, World War I.
Awesome.
And he goes for the right.
1940.
1945.
World War II.
Actually, it's November, so it's right post World War II.
Oh, I thought it ended on December.
Did it? I think August, right?
I don't know.
The POWs are malnourished. Nothing but bone and sinew.
You honestly would know better than me.
Blood is bitter. It almost makes you feel sick to drink it.
Oh, there are multiple fronts. Whose blood? My blood? Because of...
Oh, wow. I thought it said POWs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that would be that. Yeah.
I guess it could just be all
Auntie
vets.
told me to stay put and keep away from the door.
From Claudia's perspective.
I tried to be good and stay right where I was, but when Auntie came back,
She is young.
she got stuck on the other side and brought the fire back with her. Closed my eyes and waited for the fire to take me too. I just prayed it wouldn't hurt too bad.
She was ready to die.
Oh,
When
does
the black angel
he's
came,
gonna turn her right now?
Look at this vignette, like
To
her
save her?
eyeball.
Yeah.
and strong and fast, and he carried me like I was made of feathers.
Cool use of GoPro.
The black angel took me to a fine house, gold ceilings like the ones in the picture houses.
Oh,
And that's when I guessed I was in heaven. So I waited for the pain to go away and my mama to join me.
Mama to join me.
She didn't come and the pain got worse. The black angel was crying.
Oh, what do we do?
the
Crime
blood tears.
blood.
Why would an angel cry in heaven?
More human entanglement.
And then I saw the white angel.
Yep, that's him.
I don't know where to bite. Her body's all charred.
No, you can do this.
And she'll be what? A lapdog. Not a dog.
Why can't Louis turn her?
Daughter, you were ready to abandon our home. Now you want a third. I just need her not to die. Please.
Oh, they did such a good job on building up this choice.
Yeah,
Oh, God. So good.
totally.
like their different sets of values
he
and
is, where he
goals.
is.
Oh yeah, so good.
Dead accurate, Greg. But why can't Louis turn her? He doesn't know how yet. He's
like
scared he'll drain her.
That's an easy process. Yeah, guess he just doesn't want to bite into her.
The white angel, he bit me right in the neck. And I thought, what a strange thing for an angel.
That is strange.
God. Ugh.
And right away, I felt strong as a streetcar.
Oh, it's that instant, huh?
And I realized what I thought was heaven was just some nice room. And what I thought were angels were really hell demons. But seeing as Mama died and Auntie, she was burnt up too, I decided to make the best of it.
Yeah, she's a kid.
You got some of your own I can have?
One more.
What a very different response.
So this my new house?
Is if you want it to be.
What is that?
That's the incinerator where we burn the...
We'll get to that soon enough.
Oh no.
So where'd you find me? At my old house?
I heard you cry for help. We can hear people's thoughts.
Prove it. What am I thinking now?
You can't hear vampire thoughts.
Well, I can't. I'm your maker.
You're wondering if your nails will be like that forever.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
Me neither.
Trick only folks like us have, like the nails and the teeth.
So you can hear me, but he can't. That make him the dumb one?
What's funny?
Oh, he's left out.
Oh no. Oh no.
Something about the sacrifice of creation.
Did he make you too?
He did.
What's she saying?
He has to rely on my words to understand me,
Oh, Greg, this is bad.
just like a human.
I'm not human no more, am I?
No, you're a vampire.
I can see where this is going.
Yep.
How'd you do that?
You'll do it too, in time, my little milkweed. I'll teach you. Just like I taught Louis here.
Ooh, dominance trying to.
We're a family?
Yeah, but with no secrets.
All right. So what's that for?
That's where we burn bodies.
Why do we burn bodies?
Oh, what is the definition of family?
Uncle Les and Daddy Lou are rich. They have nice clothes and a nice auto carriage and a funny way of being nice to each other.
Uncle Les, Daddy Lou.
So I'm supposed to kill him?
You don't have to.
You can endeavor on an experience that feels like eating syrup while riding on the wind.
Devil and the angel on her shoulders.
I'm not sure how I feel about that pleated skirt.
It's chiffon. It has movement. Looks like she takes after me.
Tremendous. Fortifying myself for an evening of swan hunting. Back in the car, Claudia.
Claudia!
What does she smell?
Claudia!
Oh, shit.
Young girl,
Why does he smell so
where are
much
your parents
better?
this hour?
Because he's evil?
I asked
Yeah,
you a
must be
question,
right.
young lady. I said, where are your parents?
Yeah.
No! Don't! Not a cop!
Not a cop. At least he took the time to assess the situation.
You have to stop while they're alive.
Who was it that she takes after?
You ain't a girl. You a devil.
Confusion, regret,
Uh-oh.
Gloria. You gonna wake up feeling a whole lot of things. Little guilt, a bad taste in your mouth from the cop, which again, you should never choose.
Will she feel guilty?
Oh my God.
I'm so hungry. I think I'm gonna die. Is that how vampires die? From starvation?
You don't want to engorge yourself on petite.
Her metabolism.
More tomorrow, okay?
Histrionics.
Some sleep is what she needs.
Sedation.
She's gone. She must be gone.
Oh, no.
It's like a dog. They're like, Claudia.
Suck them like frog legs and burn them like trash.
Oh, no. She's out of control.
I don't like so much anymore.
Ah, she's wasted macaroons.
What comes out of humans is just so much sweeter. Me and Uncle Les have a nickname for it. Kill juice.
Uncle Les.
No.
Oh no.
No,
She likes the
knows.
pain.
I'm coming! Jeez Louise, mercy, please.
Oh, she's such a teenager.
But I found ways to fun it up some.
Have you seen my slippers?
Under the chair, by
Or preteen, I don't
Does
know.
every night end like this?
Y'all get tired, but I do.
I love this tracking shot.
Why did she talk to the book?
The sun comes up, we go down. That's never gonna change. We got rules, little miss.
Rules are fools, Daddy Lou.
What's her coffin look like? I want to see.
Why do you talk to the book?
The book is my friend.
The book is her friend. The book is a book.
Oh, she's in with him. Okay.
Out of all the years Lestat's been alive, the one thing he can't handle is a child.
Put the pen down, Claudia.
Uncle, I got a question. You may me, and you may Louis, who may you?
Good question. I'm wondering the same thing.
When I'm tired, I'm not so kind.
Where are the vampires at?
Yep.
C'est toi qui lui as fait ça.
C'est une fille curieuse.
They speak in French.
14-year-old.
Tu as oublié ta jeunesse.
Putain de merde! Bonne nuit!
Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit. Okay, so she's 14 and she's asking all the questions that I have. Oh, her own coffin.
Oh, it's so feminine.
A heart condition, and she gonna pass real soon.
You could tell how sad she is.
Poor child. Can't nothing be done. We trying to accustom her to the thought of going home to God.
I could take her measurements so as not to distress her any further than she already is.
It's so soft!
Oh my God.
Something that ain't right here.
I love it, Daddy Lou. Can I get this one, please? Please, can
Can't ask too many questions or you end up dead. Curiosity killed the cat.
You can already tell the words come easier when you're locked in tight, wrapped in pink satin, and Daddy
Hey,
Lucy's ain't in
smile,
your
didn't
face.
you?
This is cool because this is what our dude's reading.
Thank you, streetcar driver. I hope they got more of you at your company to fill in for you.
Oh my God. Oh, they want to hook up? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did she not know this about them? We haven't been able to be intimate because of the child, but she's not cool with gay guys.
I feel like more that's like a hint of jealousy, like they're all family, but she doesn't get to be with them. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I was totally kidding.
No, I know you were
That'd
kidding.
be crazy if, like, I'm down with killing
Uncle Les
them.
got secrets.
Homosexuals?
How you figure?
He don't give good answers to questions. Sits on the truth like it's his chair or something.
Ooh, good line.
I thought we weren't supposed to keep secrets.
Les got a few years on us. Sometimes old people don't like talking much about the past.
That's true.
While he's doing just that right now.
Gotta be careful where you dig, you understand?
I guess.
Sounds like good notes for our interviewer.
So relatable, this girl. Her curiosity.
How does it work? Love between two
Yeah,
men.
like Louis didn't really have like wonder.
Okay.
It works like,
How are you going to explain this?
I don't know, works like love.
You ever let go?
I used to pretend to. Can't say I do anymore. Uncle Les does sometimes.
Good clarity on that.
Is that what he's up to when he goes out alone?
Sometimes his kills get, what's the word, extravagant, and I don't like seeing it.
I feel like she can get on board with that.
I don't know how you do that.
What did she see?
And Claudia, it's not just what you eat. You can kill quick and painless, or you can get extravagant.
He's giving her options. He's not forcing her to be anyway.
I've gone a little too far myself. Some killing has a consequence. Fire in your house was a consequence.
Oof.
It came about because of one of my kills. I used to get a little caught up in human affairs.
Then what?
Now, this is really like a chance of redemption for him, he feels.
Then you
I'm surprised that she wasn't upset by that. Because her mom and her grandma died.
got one.
But she's a kid, so she's still lacking understanding of that, I guess.
Well, I think the overtaking of vampirism has really changed her outlook on
Totally.
everything.
Allahu Akbar.
We're hearing prayer.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
I thought Louis was your god. How does Muhammad feel about vampires? Is it Ashura every day here in the penthouse?
Do you have what you need, Mr. Malloy?
Always questioning.
How is your reading coming along?
For a killing machine, I kind of like her. I interrupted. You were praying.
Asr Namozi.
Azur Namozi. What is that? That's not Arabic. What is it? Kazakh? You're not from Dubai. I thought you were a native.
Dubai is a child, Mr. Malloy.
Ooh.
No one's a native.
Oh, are you older than I think?
No, he's like in the sun, isn't he? Doesn't he go out in the sunlight?
I don't think so. He was just very much so in the shaded part of the room. What is his end game? What? I'm not journaling enough these days.
I could be watching TV instead.
Totally.
Dear new diary.
1921.
I have my own room now, which is good because Daddy Lou can be smothering just as Uncle Les can get crotchety and well.
Oh, awesome.
Sometimes a door can be a best friend. You have to knock first. Out! Out!
Uh-oh. Angsty.
So does she age mentally or not really?
So you wouldn't believe how time flies when
Oh my
there's
God.
people to eat and money to spend.
This was given to me by a marquis who was beheaded by a mob 10 years after he gave it to me.
How old are you again, Uncle Les?
160.
159.
That's literally
When am I gonna grow
the
into
Titanic.
We'll find one in your side.
this? Kill, spend, kill, spend.
When am I going to grow into this? She doesn't know yet.
Then the next thing you know, the leaves are turning. Of course, Daddy and Uncle have problems. Plenty of them.
Always locked in time. They're laughing at Nosferatu. It's Nosferatu.
We eat. We laugh.
Everyone's so scared of this movie and they're laughing.
And then the phone rang
Kind of
last night.
sweet, Greg.
And all the easy times stopped.
Oh no. Who died? Oh no. His family? His
Say it
sister?
Or Madre.
Yeah, that would make more sense, but I can't stand her. All right, yeah, we're definitely in a funeral, and it's definitely got to be his mom's, but I'm not going to lie, that bitch had it coming.
I'd never been to a wake. Hadn't even known Daddy Lou was Catholic. I didn't know he had a mama till he lost her.
Yeah.
Hello, sweetie. Everything all right?
Never seen a dead one look so peaceful.
Oh my God.
Who are you here with, honey? My dad and uncle. Who are you?
It's your Aunt Grace and her husband Levy. How about you go to your uncle? He could use someone to talk to.
Oh, I hate that this sister completely turned on him.
You have a kid. Girl's an orphan. Adopted her off of Liberty Street.
Uncle are the right people to adopt an orphan.
Not sure I'm gonna be able to
make it. Heard that plenty. Grace is 30.
Watch yourself, Levy.
We need to talk about the house.
Right down to it.
Over the cold body of our mama. Been wondering why I got an invite this time.
You don't need it. You haven't needed it for years.
Ooh.
We got each other's backs. Make you proud, yeah?
We can pay you in installments.
You and your white dad are doing fine in the quarter. We can't pay you what it's worth, and you don't need the money.
That's your brother. If you'd asked nicely, I bet he would have given it to you.
Claudia has expressed an interest in going home.
It is late for you. The smell is awful.
Wakes were invented in places where it snows.
Is that true?
I have no
I
idea.
had the papers drawn up.
Lestat is funny today.
Daddy Lou said I had been away from people too long. I didn't know how to behave right anymore. But Uncle Les said I behaved just fine.
It's funny, like, Louis' family knows he's a vampire or something.
Eyes on the road.
There ain't no doubt Daddy Lou is my favorite.
It's like when you have a family member who you know is gay, but you don't acknowledge it.
Uncle Les and I
Which
have
they're
a
also
lot in
doing.
common.
I don't know if they know vampire, but something.
This is what the meat calls a
I also
lover's
love
lane.
this is teenage stuff. Normal.
And by my estimation, no blood is sweeter. Young people swollen with passion. Denied spirits by this senseless prohibition, park along this lonely stretch to contemplate that most mysterious of mathematical equations. How 1 + 1 becomes 1.
Come out here to do math?
You've been too sheltered, my belladonna beauty. Yours? Mine. Young, strong, and likely to fight back.
Huh.
You must be most ferocious.
Extravagant.
It's interesting too, because like your uncle and your aunts are the ones who get you in trouble, and your parents are the ones who try to rein you in. So the fact that he's Uncle Les. Oh no.
Uh-oh, she's actually fascinated by the activity.
Yeah, I mean she's 14. That's the fascination would make sense.
Where's your mama?
Did you just crawl out of the swamp or something?
Oh my God.
Extravagant.
Something back there. Something evil.
Oh, yes, she's with me.
Wow, she's turned totally white.
He's gonna have to have the birds and the bees talk.
Uncle Les says I gotta practice killing both the 1 and the +1 at the same time.
Huh.
But I came away understanding something else tonight.
You took her where?
She's a prodigious killer. Why you want to limit her is beyond comprehension.
I can't quite put it into words, but it's like something opened up in my head and my body. I've been 18 for 7 months now,
Well, she's 18.
and it's time I started acting like it.
Oh my
like,
God.
Like she's actually 18, but she hasn't physically
Right.
grown into 18.
Look at you. I didn't recall buying that
She still doesn't know
Between
that.
speakeasies, I wear better though.
Don't do something he would do.
Huh.
I'm a won't tell Uncle Les you talking to me this way.
Happy hunting.
Super rebellious.
The secrets. She's doing a great job.
Isn't he so cute? Oh my, he's so handsome. He's adorable. Look who fell into her mama's closet.
Oh, uh-oh.
Don't be
That's
a
mean.
bitch.
Darky playing dress up in the dark.
Oh, easy victims.
Oh no, she's gonna be into this guy.
You look a little sick there. Sorry about my horse, man.
Yeah, she's into him.
I'm sorry. I got so scared I almost fainted. I thought the flowers might bring me back a bit.
Well, I'm glad you're back.
Quick on your toes.
He's got veins like rivers. They flow right down his arms.
Oh, man.
Had to make sure you wouldn't faint again. I don't know what spooked old Jones in here. You said 1132 room, yeah?
I want to know what his laugh sounds like when it's all the way.
Veins like rivers, poetry.
Drive by that house almost every night, taking Mr. Sloan home. Never imagined the color paint lit on one of them houses.
I want to know how tight he holds you when he dances.
Yeah, I'm surprised your fancy parents let you out tonight.
They know I can take care of myself.
You almost got trampled by a horse.
I want to know what his tongue tastes like.
Whoa.
Lost my appetite. I can't sleep, which is
Oh,
boring
no.
as all get out when you're stuck in a coffin waiting for the big hand to hit 9.
Oh no, her first crush.
I'm not gonna say it again, Missy.
Oh, but you can have, like, experiences that are potentially robbed of, huh?
Look up, look up.
He's gonna.
He looks up next to you. If he doesn't,
Oh no.
Oh.
No running, young lady.
I met Victor once.
Oh no, Greg. Oh no.
I finally got a few secrets of my own.
In case you're feeling faint with the flowers.
Claudia, are
Oh.
you blocking me? This is your father speaking.
Oh, she's learned to block.
Oh, Greg, this is so good. Oh, I want that so badly right now. That looks unreal.
Do you not like it?
No,
Oh.
I love it. I'm just trying to make it last.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. Probably used to have my ice cream anytime you want.
No, I promise.
Oh.
I never have it. So is this what you always do for a first date? Take girl out for some ice cream?
Whoa, Claudia, this isn't...
What? A boy sends flowers.
That-
I'm 19.
No way you older than me, Claudia.
Everyone in my family looks young for their age.
That is true.
You live around here? I used to too. I remember there used to be a toy shop a few doors down by there. They used to keep stray cats in boxes for people to take.
That shop must have closed down when you were but a baby.
Oh, she's seducing.
I wasn't a babe.
Aw, I'm worried for this guy.
Me too. Oh no. Oh, Greg, we're in trouble.
You're real forward. Does it make me kiss you a little longer?
Oh no.
Remember when Louis had the problem with the heartbeat and stuff?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, that's what she thought of them?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Is she biting him right now? Oh, she's gonna kill him, Greg. Oh, this is horrible. Worst case scenario.
Oh, no.
Oh no, Greg. Oh no. Imagine that your first crush you killed. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no, you probably
And I bit him, and now he...
You can't turn him.
It's easy
Ain't
to
that
get
the
carried away
truth?
when you're young and in love.
Please save him. Turn him.
I can't.
You can't.
dead,
you did it to
honey.
me.
You weren't dead.
He's dead. You didn't have to kill him. You killed him
So,
completely.
like,
Just
unsympathetic to her
try,
emotions right now.
Dreams
Yeah.
and try.
You didn't have to kill him.
Now go on. Clean up after yourself.
Oh, tough love. Not even love. He makes her...
Squirming.
Oh my God. Like, because he thinks maybe it is tough love as a lesson to her.
Remember this? His face as it melts.
Consequences.
This is why we never get close to mortals.
Oh my God.
Be all right, it'll pass. You got us.
I don't want you.
Oh no.
vivid writer, isn't she? A singular style.
Anne Frank meets Stephen King. Session 4, Louis de Pointe du Lac and the child vampire Claudia.
That's a crazy line.
So it begs the question, where were all these diaries in 1973?
Yeah.
Scattered. One in New Orleans, another in Paris.
You've been collecting them. Oh.
Claudia was everything. I loved her unconditionally. All the noise, the chaos, the crisis of my former existence.
Oh, jeez.
Silenced. The simple joy of her hand in mine.
You had a daughter.
I had a daughter.
I've got 2. The love is kind of...
Yeah.
And if you were to come across their diary and learn in detail how and when you failed them, would you share those failures with a brash young reporter you met at Polynesian Mary's?
Okay, so he wasn't ready then in the 70s.
I've been dreaming about old Mary's ever since you sent me the tapes.
Where have you reached?
1923-ish. Her date with Charlie.
Wow.
And his bones...
Cracked black, and his face turned to soup. Charlie's death ushered in one of the darkest eras in our lives.
Oof.
The oh-so-delicate balance of our oh-so-delicate household was shattered. The fantasy of happiness burst.
I was going to say, it was like a whole fantasy.
Claudia was
a Band-Aid for a shitty marriage.
I was going to say...
Ooh, did that hit home?
something else. But yes, that's almost certainly what she felt like.
Or husband or whatever.
I feel like there's a lot of things about like power versus consent and like weaponization of love.
He was already broken-hearted and you burned her first boyfriend. She's the one who killed him.
It's funnier when they fight in French. You'd think a girl whose mama died in childbirth, whose daddy gave her away to a mean old auntie, who beat her because no one said she couldn't, who died in a fire but came back by the blood magic of 2 demons. Well, you'd think that girl wouldn't know what funny was.
Oh, no.
But you'd be wrong, Diary. And if I told you, dumb Diary,
oh no,
that same girl was being raised to kill like her demon parents did, to take 2 souls a day so she can stay in the same flat-chested, hairless crotch, 14-year-old baby doll body as her mind and spirit turned 19, 20.
Oh, that is tough.
I bet you say to anyone who listened, fun. Well, let me tell you something, you
Oh, no.
stuck-up, flower-covered, $3 fancy fucking paper diary. I'm doing just fine.
we only get one episode of Claudia?
Cause the first man I killed called me the devil. And the last boy I killed, the last boy I'll ever love in this world,
No.
call me an angel.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
And that means there's so...
No, Greg.
Someone's got to stop it.
Think about Louis' brother and now his...
I'm just getting started.
Oh no.
Oh, no. It's not the last episode. Yeah, I was like, what? One episode. Kirsten Dunst had more screen time in that 2-hour movie that I don't really remember. But
Better that you don't.
yeah.
Wow.
What a fun journey this is. It's so positive and heartfelt, isn't it?
Man, went from being like the funniest episode to like truly I like having a hard time catching my breath at the end there.
Yeah. Damn. Hey. Guys, girls, rejects, I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth. I take a liquid IV 1 to 2 times a day, daily. If I had a religion to follow, it would be this. I take it after I work out. I take it in the middle of the day when I need another pick-me-up or I'm feeling a little bit mentally exhausted or stressed or have a bit of a fog. It's just not optional for me anymore. And I've tried other hydration products, and while there's other ones that can be effective, I felt the biggest difference on this one. And on top of that, too, they have so many flavors that are just actually tasty. We actually ran out a few days ago, and I had to use my own promo code for restock. That's right. I buy them myself as well. And I have been even before we had a promo code. That's why I'm so happy to partner with them. Now, these guys, they're science-backed. Their hydration multiplier is clinically demonstrated, hydrates better than water by itself. One of these sticks in 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water by itself and helps retain hydration for up to 4 hours. They're powered by LIV Hydra Science, 3 times the electrolytes of your leading sports drink, and 8 essential vitamins. It's also non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. I personally love the ones that have no sugar added, but I'll be honest, I love the ones with sugar added too. I really like them. It's really easy. You just tear, pour, stir, done, put it in a blender bottle, shake it up, even mix it with a protein shake sometimes. But I mean it. If you guys ever see me at events and I usually have like a backpack with me or something, odds are you're going to see one of these in there. So guys, if you want to join this hydration journey with MWA, you can go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code REJECTS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code REJECTS at liquidiv.com. Thank you, Liquid IV. It is extremely hot in this room. I'm sweating. I'm going to take one of you right now, actually. Replenish. For you royal rejects, your full reaction watch along is over at our Patreon page. Thank you for you guys who are joining. You're helping keeping us alive here with them reactions. Thank you so much. Very cool. Very cool. Very good job, Roxy.
Very good.
And also, another great way to support the Chanel. In the meantime, you could scan this barcode here on screen. RejectNationShop.com. Get yourself some tees, like a She-Ject apparel.
Cult of.
Even this one.
Yeah, that's a really cool one. That's our retro. Yeah.
Retro. You were really digging Claudia.
This actress is amazing.
You felt like she really captured the essence of being a teenage girl.
I really do. And I think that's very difficult. It's also really hard casting because you are casting somebody who theoretically is going to be here for years and has to stay looking 14.
Yeah.
And to have that like childlike energy to her, but as she's dealing with all these things, learning how to drive, her first love, just absolutely everything. I think that they nailed this episode. And honestly, might even be, I might think that this is the best episode of the series so far.
It was a pretty damn good episode.
It was really good. It was really good. It didn't have all of the zegginess that I look forward to, but it did have some, as Tara says, juicing in the car and whatnot. And I do think that this, how I've always said like, oh, I definitely would want to be turned into a vampire. The one exception of that is if you're a kid. It's so hard. That's so hard. So, yeah, I thought this was really good, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's like one of the things that I've always been... I feel like the show's kind of been dealing with that theme from the get-go, but particularly with Claudia, of the cost of what immortality can be. Like...
Yeah.
When you're around for that long, but to take it from the concept of being a child... when you are growing up mentally and having these adult desires, but you can't really fulfill them. And then it's like, I feel like she kind of blamed herself for what she did to that guy because she was trapped in a child's body. Like I left her with less control of how to handle the situation because we saw Louis in a very similar position, but he was able to actually control it. But he's also had he's been able to have sexual encounters and fool around before. This was like her... That's another thing too. It seemed like it was her first time ever, with any
for sure
for any guy.
Think about losing your virginity at the same time you murder somebody. I mean,
that's horrifying.
Yeah, horrifying.
I feel like you've seen the X-Men movies, kind of like a rogue situation. Like you just can't like touch anyone, or you can't get close.
Yeah,
with it.
We see things like that in The Boys too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was it was really tragic, and I love how this whole story really committed to her POV.
Yeah.
Whenever they cut to her back in her diary, it was a consistent like tracking shot that they would do. It was always a wonder to put you in her POV.
Totally.
And then like,
and even the eye.
Oh, in the beginning, yeah, with the vignette of the eye when she was still a human being.
And peeking out of the coffin and what you see from there. Yeah, we just stayed in her POV.
But I love like the consistent selfishness from like, because everything comes back to Louis and Lestat, and I love the consistent like, I was saying like power versus consent because they were both trying to like not child. They're trying to parent her and the ways they saw fit or were the best ways to do it. And they were doing it not as co-parenting. They were doing it like individualistically. Like
they're literally not even dad and dad, Greg. They're not co-parenting. They're dad and uncle.
Yeah, exactly. And so when he was taking them out, you could feel there was a sense of I was always getting that sense that this is all rooted in some type of selfishness. Even though it was like a heroic act when he went to go save her, the whole relationship is like this thing where they did love her, but there was some formation of they're doing it from selfish purposes.
100%. Well, he went to save her not because he cared about this person. It was because he knew he had messed up and he needed some redemption. And he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just pick this girl who I can hear. I think it was really interesting how they threw us in immediately with Louis and Claudia being able to communicate, because you and I hadn't picked up before that Lestat only couldn't hear Louis because he's his maker.
Mm-hmm.
We thought that it was vamp to vamp you couldn't hear.
Yeah.
So that's like, you know, really think about that for a second. Like, imagine two of your family members are telekinesis or practicing telekinesis and you don't know what's going on. Me and my FOMO ass would feel so left out and like betrayed that they're having these conversations. Just the tensions are very high for a million reasons. This episode, I thought that it was just very well written, very well written.
It always comes back to like power dynamic struggles with them. It seemed like he just wanted, because he had zero interest.
Right.
Is it telepathic actually? I think telekinesis is when you move stuff with your mind.
You are 100% right. Telepathic. Yep. Totally.
Dawned on me right now.
Totally. I was trying to think of it too, and I was like, I got it. No, I didn't.
I didn't even think about it until it just like entered my brain
Thank you.
I started talking.
I'm sure there's already 5 comments like da. Actually, no, you guys are great, so I'm sure there aren't.
But yeah, when they first had Claudia,
telepathy. Yes.
Lestat had zero interest in her. He was so like dismissive, and then as time went on,
he was like, drain her.
It seemed like from the moment he was seeing he was getting left out, it was about like taking power back. But it's not black and white, you know. Like sometimes intentions start from a certain place, but then you form the thing of where you do love
a bond.
The bond will create a machination of colors to the emotions here, but like the intention seems like it always comes back to something that's a little thwarted and selfish.
Yeah.
You know, because being a vampire sucks sometimes. They like the immortality angle is so fascinating because it's always pitched as so lavish and cool, and you have this power and everything.
Sexy.
But then there's consequences that happen, and it often leads to a life of, all 3 characters are here who are incredibly lonely people.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. I also think it was really smart for them to not introduce Claudia really until this episode, because it gave us time to be with Louis and Lestat's relationship.
Yeah.
And when we have that line about, you know, trying to put a Band-Aid on your marriage, and it is like that. These are all relatable things as an adult. We see this all the time where adults try to bring a kid into the world to mend their marriage. It's like, that's not a good reason to have a child. And even though I'm pissed at his sister because I feel like his sister really abandoned Louis, when she says, like, you know, you think that you're capable of having a kid, and I don't agree with her, and yet I do feel like when you want to have a kid, the reason you should want to have a kid is not because you feel guilty about burning down a town, and it's not because your partner forces you to have a kid. It's because you want to have a kid, you know, and you want to do right by that kid, and so. Yeah.
Well, it was also like him grasping at humanity still. Like, what's more human than being able to have another child, right?
Right.
And that's the big conflict that they keep coming back to.
Yeah.
Is one strives to maintain humanity and the other's like, no, just be a vampire.
Totally.
Good illustration of characterization they keep doing, guys. Good stuff. We got questions from the Royals. Let's do it. Let me see what the first one is that we should do. I like Care Bear's question.
Okay.
That's a really good question. You want to read that one from Care Bear?
Yep.
The third one.
Yeah. Hi, Greg and Roxy. Q, what do you think of Interview with the Vampire? Is it The Vampire?
That's the show's name.
Yeah, but isn't it A Vampire?
No, it's The. I thought it was for the longest time.
Wow, I just learned that.
Worked on the metadata for the first
That's
episode.
so crazy.
I was like,
I thought
it's The Vampire.
Wow, that's crazy. I literally just learned this.
I'm like, is that what they just called the show? Oh, no, it's the whole time it's been called Interview with the Vampire.
Okay, what do you think of Interview with the Vampire's take on the classic trope, have a kid to save the marriage? Is their family stronger? That's kind of exactly what we were just talking about. The most important part of this, Care Bear, was that you just taught me the name of the show that we are watching.
Go ahead, knock on you till right now.
Had no idea.
Oh, that's why you were struggling to go through it. Yeah, it's
You didn't realize that's what just happened?
I thought you were just trying to sound it out for some reason.
No, I was like, Interview with the Vampire? I think that their family is certainly not stronger. But like they didn't have a good basis to bring in the kid. And clearly the way they're parenting her, she is struggling. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like, I feel like it's a mask. And like he said the whole time, it's like, this is just some fantasy that seems like it's going to go like haywire at any point right now. And which, like, I love how they lean so much into the love of it. And like for most of it before they got all tragic, because in order for the tragedy to hit and the darkness to hit, you got to go into the wonder. And that was the whole thing I loved about her portrayal, was that when Louis became a vampire, it wasn't so wondrous. We didn't spend so much time in that, you know, like it was kind of like struggle heavy pretty early on. And for Claudia, because she's a child, you got to have like a literal childlike wonder to this experience, and watch how you can be swept away in it and have fun with it. But again, see the consequences of it. But I love the dynamics that they form with it, because they really committed to never cutting away from Claudia's POV. Whenever you heard Louis and Lestat, it was off screen. It was not off screen, but it was only from her POV. You wouldn't cut away from her scenes. And so it really did. It also captured that concept of, you know, your parents have a relationship, but when you're a kid, they hide stuff from their arguments. They hide stuff from what their interactions are, even right down to like, oh, he's sneaking into the coffin. You know, they're going to make love tonight. It's like when parents are trying to like have a love-making session, but they're trying to hide it from their kid, you know? So I really loved, what I thought they did a great job on doing is, as opposed to having some like weird dynamic where they have a child, they really did formulate a toxic family environment instead. It felt like an actual family that they did end up forming, you know? So I believed them as a family, even though
I did too.
I don't fully agree with what's going on. It's Grace Rose. So Claudia is, whoa, really? 5 in the book. Whoa, shit. 5 in the book? What the fuck do they do in that book? 10 in the, that must be so, that's so weird. And 10 in the film. How do you feel about aging her up to 14 in the context of her character? I feel like it's much more accepting to see on screen. I think it works better since at such a crucial age where you're close to adulthood and deeply frustrated by not being able to grow up fast enough. What do you guys think? Yeah, it allows for a different exploration, and especially like teens already dealing with like hormones and the exploration of wanting to be an adult, and plus visually, experience-wise, I feel like if she was like fucking 5 in the show, this is a little kind of a lot to like take in.
I think this was so clearly the right choice.
Yeah.
Her being 10 in the film is what I was really struggling with. And her being 14, while, you know, her being with an older man is still not great. Her saying she's 19, looking 14, like, I could buy him really thinking that she's 19, you know, so he doesn't seem like a piece of crap because he believes that she's 19. But if somebody's 10 and they say they're 19, you know, like, you believe them, I'm like, okay, you're bad. That's bad, dude.
Yeah.
So that, and also, like you said, Grace Rose, I'm really interested in that period of time in people's life, because that is when you start to get curious about romance, and it is when you start to defy your parents, and it is when you are curious and ask a lot of questions, because you know enough to know what to ask, but you don't know the answers. And so I think especially because TV shows lend themselves to being lengthier, it's much more engaging than watching somebody who's a child.
Very good point. Very good point. You got a long one, Roxy.
Malik. Thank you, Malik. Claudia's episode was one of my favorites of the season, me too. You're pulled into her perspective of a young girl trying to figure out who she is as a vampire. While Claudia has a father-daughter relationship with both of them, Louis and Lestat, Claudia seems to gravitate more towards Louis more. Do you think that Lestat will eventually dislike her because she's taking Louis' attention away from him over time? And if so, do you think that this could be Louis' final straw with Lestat? I'm curious if you've seen this whole show, Malik, asking this question.
Leading?
Yeah.
I don't want to like go down the path too much here.
Yeah. It does feel like you're leading. However, I do think we kind of see a bit of this, but I actually didn't feel like Claudia was gravitating towards Louis more in this. I feel like she was gravitating towards them differently. She liked being with Lestat as they went out on, like, he was teaching her to drive and whatever, but then she was pissed at him at the end. And she's kind of like, you know, rubbing it in Louis's face that she's turning out more like Lestat at different times. I do think that we've seen Lestat be jealous in the past, even over the ex and the hookup. So it wouldn't shock me that he would feel jealous. Also in the movie, we do see bits of that. So,
I think, I mean, looking back, I didn't think about it till this question was asked, but looking back just on the way the story played out, it did seem like at first she was more with Louis.
Right.
Like even going to the lake and everything, or the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? When they're out on the boat?
Yeah.
I don't know. Never been
River.
River. Yeah, there you go. When they're out on the river and just their whole dynamic and like kind of third wheeling. Is that what it's called? Bayou?
Well, are we in New Orleans? Because then yes.
I have no clue.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly.
Anyway, keep going.
But yeah, the kind of third wheeling Lestat, but then it's Lestat's game always to want to take back being number one,
right.
being the power guy. And as the episode kept progressing, she kept falling more in line with what. And I wonder if he like knew something like that would happen with her. You know,
well, we don't
like
know his history,
he,
so maybe things like this have happened with him before.
The way he like introduced the couple who were like going at it in the car.
Yeah.
And he didn't seem at all surprised when he brought back that guy. I feel like he kind of Lestat strikes me as the kind of guy who sets up like chess pieces. He doesn't exactly know how it'll go, but he expects a certain thing to happen.
Right.
And I wonder if he set up like chess pieces so that way something could occur. Because so far the show doesn't do anything to really like. It hints at Lestat's emotions and humanity, like humanity underneath, but he also still does seem like a very manipulative individual who's constantly like forming plans to take control. Last one, Jay Rushton question: were you an obedient child when you were 14 back then? Absolutely not. I was not an obedient child. I wasn't even really living at home, honestly. It's the furthest thing from it. But I was respectful. I was respectful to adults. I was always respectful to adults, just not to my own parents. But I was very respectful to adults generally.
No. Definitely not. And also was completely disrespectful to adults.
Nice.
I thought I was an adult.
Respectful to like your friends' parents? That's what I mean by adults. I was respectful to my friends' parents.
No, nobody's parents wanted their kids even hanging around me.
Damn, you were that kid.
I wasn't disrespectful to my friends' parents. I just think that I was not, they thought I was not a good influence on their kids.
I was that one where the teachers would be like, we see a lot of potential in you, but you need to like focus.
That was always my saving grace. I had a 4.1 GPA. I had straight A's.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I
shouldn't be surprised. You're very like, I must understand and get everything down.
Studious, yeah, for sure. I'm pretty good at that stuff. It doesn't come naturally to me, but I'll spend enough hours to get an A on anything that I, I'm driven like that.
You're a blue personality, Roxy.
Apparently. I don't know what it means, but that's what he tells me. Anyway,
I'll show you that video, and you're going to be like, "There's not enough information in here."
Yeah,
really,
totally.
That's your personality.
Totally.
Anyway, thank you guys for the cues. Another great episode of Interview with the Vampire. Please, I mean it sincerely, leave a comment and leave a like on this video. Anything that helps get this promoted around to more Interview with the Vampire fans.
Tell your friends.
Put it out. Be like, hey, these guys are actually doing an all right job. Let them know.
Yeah.
Let them know. See you guys, rejects.